Why some women can sell anything while others get stuck giving free advice. By the way, this is not me telling you to launch Facebook ads or do some flashy marketing where you show off your luxury cars or big piles of cash. None of that. Have you ever looked at someone's page and thought, she's not prettier than me, she's not smarter than me, and her content isn't even that much better than mine? Yet somehow, every time she launches something, people buy. Every time she recommends a product, people click. And every time she opens a spot, it fills. Just like my client here, Saha, she opened up her paid community and I helped her get more students towards her paid school community. And Inaya, who here is just launching courses and people buy it. So, what's the secret? It's not ads, it's not luck, and it's definitely not having millions of followers. The real answer? She built a brand people trust. And trust is what turns attention into an income. Because here's the truth, a strong brand isn't measured by big numbers. I don't care if you have millions of followers or lots of views, go viral or whatever. A strong brand is measured by influence. If 100 people watch your content but nobody takes action, you don't even have any influence. But if 100 people watch your content and maybe 10 to 15 of them buy, apply, or follow your advice, that's a strong brand. The women making money online aren't necessarily the most talented at this point. They're the most trusted. And trust isn't built overnight. Just like women, we don't open up to our girlfriends right away about our problems. We must know first if we can trust them. It happens through four phases. And take note, most creators skip the first two phases and wonder why nobody buys. Phase one, you have to be interesting. Before people trust you, they need a reason to notice you. If someone discovers your content today, what makes them stop scrolling? Why should they even remember you? Why you and not the other women online coaches posting the exact same advice? This is where standouts come in. So, what are standouts? Let's take here, for example, Tori. Tori has these three standouts. She consistently shows her work life balance on her Instagram, and she is the trader known for turning $5,000 into $500,000, and she's basically the it girl in trading. And for you to have these three standouts, you need three things that instantly make people curious about you. Maybe it's you built your business while raising kids, you lost 30 pounds naturally, or you're a university student earning more than most full time employees. Or maybe you moved abroad alone and rebuilt your life from scratch. Anything that's interesting about you. Your standouts don't need to be flashy. For example, my standouts are I am a self made. I've been hustling since I was 17 years old, the moment when I experienced the pandemic and can literally, in a snap, take everything away from you. And I'm also a breadwinner, and I do all of that while I'm still in college. They need to be interesting, your standouts, because people follow stories before they follow advice. And if you're struggling to identify your standouts, you can ask yourself, what do people always ask me about? What do people find surprising about my life? And what makes my journey different? And to dig deeper, you can ask your clients, your students, because your audience often sees your uniqueness before you do. Send your client questions like, what made you take me seriously? What content made you follow me? Why did you choose me over everyone else? And what stood about me? Their answers will reveal exactly what makes your brand memorable. And here's the hard truth: if nobody is paying attention, it's usually not because you're posting too little. It's because there's something unique enough to stop the scroll. There's nothing unique enough to stop the scroll rather. Now phase two, have to build connection. Let's say someone notices you. Do they actually like you? Because people buy from people they enjoy being around. That's why you're friends with someone, because you enjoy their company. Think about your favorite creators. You don't just watch them for information, you watch them because of who they are. Their personality, humor, stories, and energy, all of those factors. This is why hiding behind educational content is a mistake. People don't connect with a perfect women coach. Don't be like that. Don't be like one. They connect with the real ones. Now, take a look at these creators right here. What do they have all in common? They want to be liked by people. So they show their personality, their those things behind the wall. They show their selfies, their quirky pictures, their failed pictures, their unprofessional side, just them being a human. You just have to show them that you're a human and not some robot who just continues to create lots of content. You're not a content machine. You're a human. And that's what people love to see. Talk about your struggles. You show your bubbly side. Share your hangouts with your clients or students or friends. You do photo dumps. Show them the women behind the content. Because it's called a personal brand for a reason. You have to be personal. The more personal you become, the more memorable you become. And the more memorable you become, the more valuable your brand becomes. And phase three, you have to show people you actually know your stuff. Of course, you're an online coach. Congrats, you have built a connection with them, and now they need to believe you can help them. This is where credibility comes in. Show results, show your proof, your progress, share what you're learning, share insights from your mentors, share wins from your clients, show that you practice what you preach. And don't just put it on your Instagram highlights where you put your student wins or student results. Post it on YouTube. Do client interviews, invite your students or your clients to do interviews and show them off YouTube. And by the way, our goal here is not about views. Our goal is to be seen with these client interviews. You have to show that you're credible enough as an online coach. And don't be afraid to give away valuable information. And that's like the biggest hurdle. That's why everyone's like stopping when it comes to posting a lot of content. They're afraid that they're going to give a lot of valuable information to the point that they won't pay for your services. They won't pay for your coaching or mentorship. The free content should be so good that people think, if she's giving this away for free, imagine what happens when I pay. That is the mindset that you need to incorporate into your audience. And one of the fastest ways to build credibility is to share ideas most people haven't heard before. The internet is full of recycled advice. Be the person who brings fresh perspectives. And when people consistently learn something new from you, they start seeing you as an authority. And authority creates influence. Influence means a strong brand. And phase four, stop making everything about the sale. This is where most women get it wrong. They think if I just give more value, people will buy. So every post becomes a lesson, every post becomes a tip, every reel becomes a tutorial, and eventually you start looking like a walking encyclopedia instead of a human being. Stop that. People don't trust businesses. Don't be like that type of women online coach. They trust people. That's why your content shouldn't only be about teaching. It should also include your lifestyle, your passions, beliefs, transformations, behind the scenes moments. Let people see your world. Because trust isn't built when people know what you teach. Trust is built when people know who you are as a person. And here's the irony: the moment you stop obsessing over getting sales, you become the type of person people want to buy from. And before you leave this video, pause for a second, write down your three standouts. Why would someone remember me after seeing my content once? If you can't answer that question clearly, just start there. And after you get your three standouts, you start that as your foundation, your basis in creating content. Because the strongest brands aren't built on content, they're built on identity. And once people trust your identity, monetizing your audience becomes a lot easier. Subscribe for more. Thank you.